the students from Lenana. And I will also allow the Senator for Kirinyaga, the Honorable Murango, to make brief welcoming remarks to welcome the delegation from Kemagumo Girls High School, in that order.
Mr. Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity to welcome the students from Lenana. Unfortunately, I can see a few of them are remaining, Mr. Speaker, because I know they wear maroon, gray, and white, so the colors were a bit confusing for me. Mr. Speaker, this is one of the earliest schools in terms of high schools in Kenya, having been founded in 1949. And when I was told they were here, I was trying to do a cursory research of some of the prominent members or alumni of that school. I didn't come across the Homa Bay Senator's name, but he assures me that he went to Lenana School. So he will tell us, Mr. Speaker, and I've also been informed that in this house there's also a dropout from Lenana School. Mr. Speaker, I will introduce himself. But he's the one who confessed to me that he dropped out of Lenana School. But Mr. Speaker, it is good to hear that the Senator for Homa Bay is one of them, because at least the names that were coming up were a bit scary. Sifuna Chebukati, Professor Kindiki, Joe Musheru, and Sakaja Johnson, the current governor of Nairobi. So at least the Senator for Homa Bay will have nice things to say. Mine is to welcome them to the Senate and to assure them that I have had a conversation with the current governor of Nairobi, who is an alumnus of the school. Mr. Speaker, this school is located in Dagoretti South, and you have to make a U-turn on Ngong Road before you get into the school. And there's a very bad section of road between Ngong Road and the school gate. But because he's an alumni, he has assured me that he will be able to resolve the question of that road once and for all before his term ends. So, Mr. Speaker, I wish them all the best during their tour. And just like their motto says, nothing but the best. I have chosen the English version, Mr. Speaker, because the Latin one might give me problems knowing that I'm a member of the Mutembei nation. So, nothing but the best. You must always insist on that, Mr. Speaker, and I hope that they have a fruitful tour. I thank you, Chair.
Mr. Speaker, I join you and the House in welcoming the boys from Lenana School. We are called Libons. We are also called Changerians, because changes you. And Mr. Speaker, as Senator Sifuna has alluded, in this House there's a gentleman who spent only one term in changes, and he could not stand the English pies that we used to eat and the loaves of bread that we used to eat. And so he went to a school in Western Kenya, in Chavakali, where he could get sweet potatoes and yams and arrowroots, because those could not be found at Lenana School. Mr. Speaker,